Has this tier 2 expert with mirror image ever worked on pro level? Yeah, I've seen it work a couple of times. Not many times, but maybe like 5 times total. I would love to know how that would work if you went for more bats. If you can ever manage to take out all the destroyers, all of a sudden you're in a winning position, I think. Blade Master versus Demon Hunter, of course. It's gonna be the battle for the entire series. And we are on Boulder Vale. Nice to see the new map here. Quite a bit today in these WSB games. Played with slippers early and gloves. Very nice. Got some amazing attack speed already. Throw some claws on top later, and this blade is gonna be chunkin'. Oh, nice dust. Catches the blade, cancels the healing right away. Oh my god, look at the misses. Oh my god, look at the misses! He just had like 4 misses in a row. What is going on here? The curse is insane. The satyr creep. Causing so many misses, but now the blade. Got the tome from this little camp. Blade items looking good. Blade experience looking decent. The concern for the orc is always that the Night Elf might get ahead way in the early game. In experience, get a fast level 3 demon, and then dominate the mid game with level 3 demon hunter. No, Grunt Scout. Sees the Ancient of War creep, but 1 creep was already taken. So I could try to steal the item here, perhaps, from the Sasquatch. Mundo with a great position next to the Ancient of War. Fighting back against the blade. Moon's been playing a lot of heavy Dryad play lately in the mid-game, by the way. Late on tier 3, late on the bears. Heavy Dryads with upgrades in the mid-game. Which is why SOIN is going for the double bestiary. Wants to have mass raiders against the mass Dryads. That means no walkers for a long time, so no Spirit Link and Dispel for quite a while. Pretty good early game for SOIN so far, in my opinion. Stopped the demon level 3, saved all the grunts, got some good items. And now dangerous with the hex. Speed scroll. Looking to force the TP right here. Grunt getting ahead for the block. Has the TP. And so he does. Oh, SOIN, if he steals the item, that would be fantastic. Sasquatch, hurt already, but the Keeper is in, trying to interfere. Item goes to the blade. Ring of Regen. Very good right now. Not that good perhaps in the late game. Some wisps being brought against the Hex. I like that. So far though, not finding the right target. SOIN going for 3 raiders into Torn Totem. I think that's what we see most of the time with this build. Because at some point, the Night Elf is going to be going for the bears, so Need to make sure you're getting ready. Hex on the Demon Hunter, or the Blade, having bad movement. Trying to get to his target, but couldn't really pull it off properly. Next Hex comes in. There is an Invo Potion as well. Looking for that kill on the Demon. No crit! Demon gets away. That's a huge deal. Ensnare wasn't quite ready there for a moment. Now a lot of damage on all these Raiders. Dryads ready to kite, of course, Moon. A masked Red Dryad kiting, and the Raiders are now all gone. And there's no Ensnare left anymore. Ooh, this is where things can turn really sour quickly for the Orc. We have reinforcing Raiders, though. More Ensnares arriving again. Demon healthy again. Dryad there maybe a little bit out of position. And Moon looking for stragglers. He's gonna get the Raider. Looks like he's gonna get the Grunt as well. No deny. SOIN losing a lot of units. Moon again taking the fight well with the Dryad mid-game army, as we've seen a lot lately. And Tier 3 has begun, so the transition into Bears is going to be arriving soon as well. The very early game looked great for SOIN, but now with this fight looking like such a fumble, I think Moon is now in the lead, the one in the driver's seat. And it's going to get the big item right there from the shop creep. Soapy Mask, not that good. That's going to be sold. Picks up the invuln instead. Yeah, so it needs more levels and items. Soapy Mask for him as well, and of course for the Shadow Hunter. That one is amazing. We've seen some orcs lately, by the way, go for Serpent Wards. Can be very good for these mid-game Dryad brawls. But when you go Serpent Wards, you either have no heal wave or no hex, and that's... well, both of those are kind of important. Big Red Camp. Ooh, wow. Khadgar's Pipe. This Shadowhunter now has insane mana regen. If he gets level 4 or higher, this Shadowhunter could be an absolute baller. Demon Hunter has some decent defensive items. Not insane. He doesn't have Ring +5. He doesn't have Helm of Valor. But he's got some good defensive items. Thank you, Saul Apeman, with the raid. Hello, Raiders. Chad was saying that you guys had a crazy game earlier. Wait, item? Wait. I just got the tome. Blade Master used the Invo Potion to get the last hit there. But didn't get the big item. The big item is here on the Furbolg. Khadgar's Pipe, not good for the Night Elf. You don't really need more Dispel. Maybe good for bears, but it seems like it's not that helpful. Shadowhunter was creeping a lot in the south. Blade now almost level 4 as well. One of the wind picked up. That is terrible. We got Moon over at the lab. This could be another sapper play, maybe. There is reinforced defenses, so the Dryad damage really isn't that scary against buildings. Moon trekking across the map. Through the Orc main base to the Orc expansion, looking for that cancel. He's gonna get that cancel. Moonwells, though, for Moon in his main, gonna be in trouble. Oh, he's going for the Tree of Eternity. Whoa! Immediately moving in for the Tree of Eternity. Is he gonna try to get this kill? There's no way. So much Whisper Peer here. Can't get the kill. It's just a TP for TP trade and one Raider to go down. And I guess some Wisps. And now Moon is the one expanding. Up in the top left. It's going to be the two expansions close to each other. Late level 4 now. He never really progressed beyond like minute 4 on items. Really doesn't have much this game. Oh, SOIN. Is he gonna check for a tree? Yes, he is. Does that give you pillage money, by the way? Building a tree in progress? I'm not sure. But the tree was instantly cancelled. No pillage money there. Speaking of pillage, though, SOIN might be going for another base attack. Great scout by Moon, however. Looking there with an illusion, seeing any possible approach. Moon has really good experience on his heroes. Keeper level 4. Demon about to get level 5. So he's going for the double expo, by the way. One is cancelled, but the other one should finish. There was a Tome of Retraining, by the way. Forcing a TP out, or forcing a TP in, rather. Followed by a TP out, I imagine. So I'm always losing some units here. This is going to be another Grunt dead. Moon has made no bears so far, by the way. Tier 3, yes. But no bears. Which means Serpent Wards are going to be really good here. And SOIN seems to have identified it as well. He is not making walkers. Those would be useless here. Making Grunts, Raiders, and Serpent Wards. Demon Hunter level 5. Love the shop placement. Tucked in behind the expo. SOIN has no heal scroll for this hold. That's a bit scary. He's starting to set up the snake pit. With a lot of raiders. He's even making a Demolisher. Oh! Ensnare plus Demolisher can in theory be really good against Dryads. If you have the micro to pull it off. Moon trying with another Tree of Life, this time in the bottom right. Look at the mana regen on the Shadow Hunter, by the way. This is so sick. Whee! Mana regen goes brrrr. Yeah, fighting into mass Serpent Wards is a nightmare with Dryads. Oh, there it is. Ensnare plus the demo. Ensnare gives vision, by the way. Dude, these Dryads are tanky as hell, though. The demo shot does full damage against the Ensnare target, of course, since they can't move. This demo was kind of genius. Dryads with 1-2 upgrades. Very well upgraded indeed. Now Moon is finally going bears. And this Orc army is better against mass Dryads than it is against bears. The demos especially don't do much against bears normally. Alright, in we go. I imagine Moon isn't really too eager to go for a full fight here, but he would love to pick off some targets and then TP out when necessary. One Raider eliminated so far. Oh, look at the demo shots flying in. One Dryad died. Traded for 3 Raiders, by the way. 4 Raiders. And an Info Potion. Wow, this was a great trade for Moon. Unfortunately for him, he might be losing that bear right there. Oh, double end-snare dodge. There's 3 end-snare dodges. But now he's dead. Only now Shadow level 4. Look how long that took. Crazy. And now look at the supply. We're very even. That was an amazing trade for Moon. Is SOIN scouting for the expo? He's got something moving there in the bottom right. Looks like something is on the way. Of course, Night of Expansion dies insanely fast. Against demos and raiders, Tree of Life has no chance. Rock chunks being destroyed. That's rare. Demolish is, of course, also very slow, so that's pretty annoying. Okay, interesting fight. 70 supply each, almost. Now it is 70 each. This is great news for the Night Elf. The supply lead for SOIN has completely disappeared. Kodo's trying to survive. But one of them's going to go down for sure. Maybe even 2 of them going to go down here quickly. Focus might be lost. SOIN might be left soon with only a single Kodo beast. Heat Scroll comes in. 1 Kodo still dead. Only a single Kodo has devoured. Now. I would love to know how much damage the Serpent Wards are doing. Ooh, that Kodo dead, but no bear returning. And snares on the walkers, or rather on the bears, looking really good here. The demo's doing some damage, kind of. Again, with the ensnare, they have some good synergy. And 1 tower finished over at the Night of Expansion. Heat Scrolls being picked up. Shadowhunter now out of mana, but maybe not for long. He's got that sick mana regen that we pointed out earlier, and still the big mana potion. I wonder if he's going to go level 3 Serpent Wards or Heal Wave. The level 5 demon was not overwhelming the way we've seen it many times in the past. Not yet. Blade Master now, very hurt. Heal Wave comes in. Oh, the mana regen on the Shadowhunter is just incredible. Just incredible. Another bear goes down. Shadowhunter carry in this game. And there it is. You see how quickly the Tree of Life goes down. No time flat. Tree of Life gone. Walk Army still a bit bruised. Moon going for the counterattack across the map. Is SOIN going to try to defend this? Yes, he is. He's got a shop up there as well, which is great news for him. And still, decent mana on the Shadowhunter. This Shadowhunter having the game of his life. No, but now the Orc Army looking quite bruised already. Low on Kodos. They have no Devours ready, by the way. Late Master items still looking pretty weak. And those raiders, good for ensnaring, but not good for fighting the bears head on. Speed scroll. So in trying to reposition, Blade Master almost going down, has to go for the invuln. He gets level 5, big level up there, shed on to level 4.7. Quick reinforcements for SOIN, but the supply is really, really, really even. Level 5 Keeper, that can be dangerous as well. That Entangle, really strong, has to dispel it quickly, and he does with a Disenchant. Blade Master still taking more damage as the heal potion. Needs to use it here. Blade is taking so much damage indeed. Moon has a supply lead still. Shadowhunter level 5. Blade running back into his own demise. Maybe. Blade, where you going? Now he's going away. Running away with the Windwalk. Moon chasing after him. Looking for that big kill. Rejuve comes in. Rejuve is amazing right there. What's he going for? Gets a bear kill. GNL bear caught with a crit. But Moon wins it. Gets level 6 even in the end. Against an expansion for such a long time. Losing most fights of this game, but like a genius general, he wins the war in the end, even with losing many battles. Oh, Great Wistful. Messing with the Blade Master creep. Oh, is this early game now wasted? Oh my god, that cost so much time. Oh, that's not worth it, dude. If this is a bad item, this is a huge waste of time. Alright, locks in the surround now. Great counter by Moon. Again, very well done. Of course, it was only the first move of the game. Alright, this is a really good item. Ring of the Archmagi. This is certainly not a dud. Is this live or VODs? Well, the stream title says VOD replay cast, so there's some clues out there for you to gather. Triple gauntlets on the Demon Hunter. Well, he has a lot of strength now, lots of HP, which is not bad for him. Might keep some of those, if not all of those. Oh, last hit! Nice steal by the Grunt. Mana burn was not quite sufficient. Hunter with heavy creeping in this early game. Looks like he's going to get a very quick level 3. Ooh, if the Blade gets the last hit steal here, that would be phenomenal, but he's just a little bit too late. Oh my god, that was less than a second. That was less than a second too late. Ring for the Demon. Perfect item. He is looking very tanky now. So let's check how the Blade Master players always have the perfect timing on the Windwalk. To make it a waste of the mana burn. Good creep steals to stop the level 3 Demon Hunter, but he shouldn't be able to stop it for long, because there's still an easy creep camp right around the corner. Ooh, Archer. Good save by Moon. Narrow save. Keeps her alive. Last Archer of the game. We have one Archer and one Berserker. That is the extent of Moon's army, but soon we're going to have Dryads added. And Moon being Moon, likely lots of Dryads. There's going to be, again, great interplay between the Masked Ride and the Keeper. Because against the Keeper, the Orc really wants to have Dispel. But those Dispel units are terrible against Dryads. Scourge, Bone Chimes. That's a fantastic item for Moon. Not for the Mass Dryads, but later on for the Bears. I wonder if he's going to keep him. I would suggest he does keep him. In fact, Moon is going tier 3 much faster this game. Maybe this map being so big, he might not feel that he can dominate the center of the map as well with Dryads as he can on many other maps. Maybe he feels like this is going to be more of a late game creep heavy game, so may as well go for the late game creep heavy army with Bears. Shadowhunter with another SOIN mask, by the way. There's no chance of finding a Catgus pipe, though, on this map. There are other big red camp drops, but no Catgus pipe. Speed scroll engagement. Going for the keeper right away. That forces the TP immediately. With that, SOIN could try to steal the red camp item. I'm a bit surprised that he's going for the gold mine creep. Seems like that's not worth so much. Shouldn't he have gone for the red camp immediately? Also wasting time on the Ancient of War is August time for Moon to return back up north. And now it's too late. I think once he saw the TP, like even before the TP was teleported out, he should have gone for the red camp immediately. So in there, a little bit slow on the reaction. Going for the keeper right away. Invo Potion, does it last long enough? Going for the Hex, waiting for the Ensnare. How many more does he have? But now Ensnare on, or Entangle rather, on the blade. Now the damage is low. More raiders coming in, more ensnares. We have plenty of those. Demon trying to take out those raiders as best he can. Mana is running low on the orc, very, very low. Got Moon with a supply lead here. He went tier 3, but again didn't go for bears, not for a long time. Looks like now everyone's running out of mana. Heavy losses. Good experience for heroes on both sides. Shadowhunter almost level 3, Blade getting closer to 4. His items again aren't that good. And in the end, it seems like it was a pretty even exchange. Do we have another Entangle here? Maybe. One Dryad kill for the level 3. That's what the Shadowhunter is waiting for. Get the level 3, get the level 2 heal wave, has it, uses it. Trying to re-engage. Onto the Keeper we go. This time there's no Entangle, there is no Invo Potion, the Keeper is dead. SOIN keeps brawling. The Mass Ensnare, perfect for this kind of a game. Disallows the Night Elf from properly microing this, from properly kiting, as you normally would with the Dryads. Late level 4 already. Ooh, this is so many kills for SOIN. I think this is critical mass. That is all of the Dryads dead. R.I.P. Demon Hunter watching over the ashes. This game is over. GG. SOIN ties it up. 1-1 the score. And with that, we're now down to a best of 3. Alright then, Demon Hunter starting things off with the Ring of Protection, with Immolation of course. Looking for 2 quick items and a fast level 2. Exactly what you love to get. Ring and claws. That seems ideal. Played with a smaller camp. The Wisp saw this perfectly. Nice Wisp placement. Cloak and Mantle, the first 2 items for the blade. Not really very lucky, but now he's next to the shop. He can start healing. Continue on his journey. Taking a look at the marketplace, maybe. Oh, the demon's on the way. The timing here might be perfect. Even without boots, he arrives to look for the kill. And he's killed! The creeps get him! Blade Master's dead. He got the experience and the item. No, wait. He didn't get the experience. Oh my god. He didn't get the experience. Demon stole the last hit. Ooh. Oh, that is bad. That is so bad. And the grunt kill. Absolutely brutal creepjack. Perfect timing for Moon. SOIN taking a bit of a risk. He thought Moon wasn't going to be there, but he was. Punish of the summer. Oh my god. Blade. Should be just in time, though, to make sure the demon doesn't get this item here. Demon may be getting a little over-ambitious. But that was huge kills. Of course. SOIN knows that there's Invis archers here. Archer still trying to be cute. Demon staffing back. Wait, he didn't fully heal. He didn't heal. He got the next last hit steal. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? And he got the item as well. No way! Oh my god. Moon is outplaying SOIN so hard right now. What? He stole the item, you guys. And the last hit. It seemed like he staffed too early because he didn't heal at home, but turns out the staff was absolutely perfect to get those steals. Those are absolutely huge. SOIN is in deep trouble. Yoda Crestfallen. Thank you very much for the redemption. X7 Tech, thank you for the resub as well. Hoping for Moon to lose. Well, I don't know if he's going to lose this map. This map is looking very good for him. Hex on the demon, but he's close to the Moon Wells. The Wisp is even ready for a detonate. Moon this time with a fast tier 3, but as we saw earlier, that might still mean just heavy dryads, but with tier 3. Level 2 Blade Master, finally, but he's a full level behind the level 3 Demon. Demon fully stacked, Blade barely stacked. This is rough. Very rough. Needs a good item here. Periapt is not really a good item. So I'm trying to go for the keeper kill. He needs to get some kind of a clutch play here. And he's gonna get the keeper. Alright. With the end snare and the hex. Locks in that kill. Suddenly only one Night Elf hero to deal with, but that is the tougher nut to crack. Mass Raiders. They led to so many kills earlier. Can they try to overwhelm the Night Elf now again? Moon is fighting back, not shying away from the challenge. Keeper back in the realm of the living very soon, as more and more Dryads are joining, followed by more and more Raiders. Raiders ahead. Ooh, lucky to not get entangled there. So in with the speed scroll, but quick dispel by Moon as well. He's gonna get one Raider here, pretty much for free. Oh, wait, actually. Turning around. Going again for the keeper. Entangle slows down the blade. Not much mana left on SOIN at all, but same is the case for Moon. Demon is running out of mana right now. There's going to be no more immolation left, and the keeper only has a single entangle. Needs to make it count. Supply looking dead even. Blade level 2.98. Close to that level 3. But still looking at his inventory, it is just appalling. It is pathetic. Moon has reached tier 3. First bear on the way. He played again the heavy Dryad mid-game style. We were beginning to go to the late game. And SOIN doesn't have an expo. Still doesn't have good items at all. Rune bracers found here. Those are sold, of course. Moon seems to be getting all the big items and all the big camps. He's going to pick up another one here at the Morgul Reaver. Warren of the Wind could actually be really good. SOIN doesn't have much dispel at all. 2 Raiders cycloned that lasts 20 seconds. Another one. Ooh. No way. Both might be getting away. Just barely. One gets away. But now the Raiders return. SOIN still looking confident to take some of these fights. But now the Bears join in. We got Rejuve on the Dryads. We got heavy normal damage now from the Bears. And GG is called from SOIN. Moon to take the lead. Moving on to match point. 2-1 for Moon. One of the fan favorites, of course. Coming into this game today, indeed, as the favorite. Night Elves actually have a number of creep routes to go with. Different Ancient of War positioning on this map. The green and the shop and the natural are all viable. Moon here going with the most conservative. Safest option early, the littlest experience. But he's still gonna get level 2 quickly. Creeping with immolation over at the green. Always the goal for the Demon Hunter. All the Night Elves nowadays on the top level have figured out the perfect creep route, it seems. For a quick level 2, quick 2 items. There we go. Even getting a circlet on the way back, so now looking well equipped. Circlet and dust, in fact. If the blade steals the Ogre Magi at the natural, that would be his level 2, and a tome and an item. But Moon knows about this possibility. Scouting for it, preventing it so far. They're taking a long time to get his level 2. Oh, using the Wand of Illusion to creep the enemy shop creep. That's kind of cool. We have a way stronger Blade Master compared to the last map. Titanhunters was looking absolutely abysmal for the blade. Now we are very well equipped already. Claws, circlet, gloves. Only thing missing for him is some slippers. And successfully keeping the demon from level 3. This seems to be a great early game for SOIN. He is going for the double bestiary once again. Next item on the ground. Oh, big last hit. Blade gets it. And that's level 3 on the blade first. Demon trying to get it desperately, but couldn't quite manage. He is in the middle now with his archer army. But he knows that starting the camp is pretty dangerous. Normally I'm a big fan of level 2 crit, but this level 2 Windwalk is so fast that here I think at this timing I also like the level 2 Windwalk quite a bit more. Yeah, Moon here in a very rough spot. Against a very strong Blade Master, no level 3, and he has no clear next camp to take. He's trying with the lab and might actually be allowed to get it. 2.99 on the demon. He's somehow still not there. Moon with the ultravision advantage at the moment. But nighttime is about to be over. In we go. On to the Keeper. Ensnare. Speed scroll. Waiting for the Hex. Cloak can't save him. And the Keeper is dead. So it has the target marked. It's the Keeper every time. Ensnare is ready. Slows down the demon. Archer revealed. This is huge kills for SOIN. Still no level 2 demon. And he can steal the item now, can't he? Keeper still dead. Wasn't rezzed so far. Moon with the Dryads alone, trying to make sure SOIN doesn't get the item at least. Just needs one kill. One kill for the level 3. How is that one kill so damn hard to get? Now he finally has it. Level 2 immolation, but not much mana at all. The mana's already out. No immolation anymore. Keeper joins in. He's going to have 1 entangle, but he gets the Raider, even without it. We're looking at a 10 supply lead for SOIN, though, still. Moon with no tier 3 this game. It's just tier 2 masked dryads. He's been suffering many losses this game. Tier 3 is not a luxury that he can currently afford. Alright, in we go. First Raider going to be traded for the first Dryad. Blade Master not connecting to the Dryad at the moment. A little unfortunate. Getting blocked by his own grunt buddies. Not too many Raiders left, so now it's not unlimited Ensnare anymore. Oh, Keeper low HP, getting chunked down. The staff, though, is there. Nice purchase on the staff from the shop. Moon keeps hemorrhaging units. Now he's back in the main base at least, but there's not much Moon juice left here. Blade about to get that level 4. One more hit. There it is. And now we're going to have the level 2 crit. Big upgrade. So very eager to take these fights. Engaging again and again and again with these raiders. And now with the level 2 crit, he's got the damage, I mean. The damage to back it up. And there's more raiders. There's more Ensnare. Shadowhunter, he's low HP now, but he's got to heal self. He's almost level 3. Oh, the level 3 here is going to be so big. There it is. Level 3. And the heal wave. Oh, huge healing. Moon down to 29 supply, only losing another Dryad. Might lose the Keeper again. This game is looking pretty over. I think we're going to go for a 5th map decider, aren't we? Oh, Keeper barely getting away. Maybe it's not over yet. We got Dryads reinforcing. Oh, nice staff. Right before the Ensnare. There's a Hex. There's a Hex, but there should be Dispel as well. Ensnare cooling down. 1 second. But Moon is away. Ooh. Lots of herd raiders and grunts as well. Heal self would be tremendously helpful here. Oh, right. This creep isn't even dead yet. The blade gets the last hit, but not the item. Demon picks up the lion horn. Good item. Finally, some boost on the Dryads. Keeper hella underleveled this game. Just barely made the level 2. Demon needs a good item here. Big healing, big invuln is what he wanted. Didn't get that. And again, the Ensnares are flying. The Raiders connecting again and again. That's 2 more kills. Or at least 1. Yeah, next Ensnare. And that is the next kill. Demons are being controlled at the same time by the Ensnares. Same time as the Dryads are. Heat Wave comes in, maybe a tiny bit late. But the demon is still dead. Hex stops the staff, and that is GG. And that is SOIN tying up the series a second time. Very nice. Brings us to the ultimate 5th map, Decider. The mass Dryad play for 1 or 2 weeks seemed to be a big issue for the orcs. But seems like the orcs have adjusted. Have found a good counter against it. Oh, speed scroll coming in. Big last hit right here, and he gets it. Gets the item as well. Cloak of Shadows, not the best find, but still good to be taken away. Commander would have loved to get his level 2 right there. Taking out both these creeps. But SOIN with some good preparation, good game sense. Takes it for himself. And look at the blade. Little by little, gathering up items. Moving on to level 2. I think this is a really good early game for SOIN so far. Mantle would be nice for the Shadow Hunter if you can keep it until later. Blade needs just one little tiny creep for the level up, or a wisp. I'm kind of surprised he's not windwalking into the main base. One wisp kill would indeed be grand. How quick are the reactions for Moon? Quick enough. If you have Claws of Attack, it's always a 2-hit out of windwalk. Without Claws, it's normally 3 hits. Important difference maker in the timing window. But even without crit, I think this is a fantastic early game for SOIN. Look at the Demon Hunter. He's got only 1 stat item. He's got only level 1.7. And it will still not be level 2 after this little wolf here. Oh, Grunts joining the Blade Master, going on a little archer hunt. The Huntress become the hunted. Mass Raiders. Again soon on the field. Both heroes, both first heroes, looking a bit weak so far. The Blade even returning for the wolf. SOIN is playing quite the crazy contain here. Moon cannot move out, cannot creep anything, and get that level 2. That all started with a speed scroll move into the middle, getting the last hit, getting the item. SOIN in full control since then. Brute strength coming for the grunts. Tier 3 tech started for Moon. I wonder if he is abandoning the heavy Dryad play. Maybe we're gonna see some quicker bears here again. Yeah, this is looking dreadful for Moon. We are almost 7 minutes in, and the demon is still level 1. That's so bad. Normally the demon is supposed to be level 2 by 3 minutes. Moon has his work cut out for himself here. So I'm going for very early pillage as well. And now he's got the 3 raiders on the field. Right? Yep, 3 raiders. And ensnare. And heading into the main. Speed scroll. Trying to catch some units. What's the target? Is it the keeper again? Yes, it is. Hex right away before the first entangle. Entangle now on the blade, but the keeper is dead already. Not sure if Moon was trying to pass the TP. If he was, didn't work out. Now he's TPing away. More damage taken on his army. Finally, he gets level 2, at least. If you want to be generous here, you can call that a silver lining. But clearly this is still very, very painful for Moon. And having no TP anymore, now that means moving out on the map, especially against mass raiders, becomes really dangerous. Going for the big Furbolg is SOIN. No contest by Moon, he's too afraid. Big item picked up by the blade. What do we got? Rope of the Magi. Good for the shadow. Very good. Help the Wisp Scout there for Moon. Seeing the Orc approaching, he knows his Moonwell's gonna be in trouble. He needs to buy a new TP. +9 int. So good in the shadow. Only gonna be 1 Moonwell falling. And with the Entangle, Moon should be able to get a return kill. Mass Ensnare, trying to keep the demon from the raiders. But Moon also quick here with the Mass Repair. Saving the Moonwell, it seems. It's pretty close on the Moonwell. Never mind. Moonwell going down. Hex. Right clicks. Demon in trouble still. The Rejuve. Saves him. Now the blade. Now the blade. Now the blade. Oh, this game might be turning around in a second. Windwalk. Oh, too late. The fade time from the Windwalk doesn't save him. That was a split millisecond. Oh, and suddenly, Moon is back in the driver's seat. Heroes catapulting forward in experience. A long time of suffering comes to an end. Moon now has the experience lead. He now has the bears. He now has not to worry yet about an orc expansion. Which he must know that there's no expo with how much he's been getting pressured. Dude, if the blade there had 1 more mana, he would have been away. He was hammering the Windwalk. He was a bit too low on mana. 1 more mana! 1 more mana and he would have been out. Crazy. And now, look how Moon is jumping up in power. Suddenly the demon's level 3. Got the Ring of Regen. Red Camp item should be his next. Double circlet for the blade. That's a decent inventory, but I think he needs more than decent. So it also needs an expo. Catgas Pipe for Moon. It always seems to me that with bears and dryads, Catgas Pipe can never be bad, but Night Elves seem to disagree. They sell this pipe most of the time. Medallion of Courage for the blade, not the best item. For the shadow though, he has crazy int. +14 int. Dude, if he had a Sobi Mask this game, his mana regen would be insane. Because Sobi Mask multiplies the natural mana regen that comes from intelligence. Look at that demon. Now he's got double rings. He's looking strong. He's got the level 4. impossible to think back to the time where he had nowhere to go, nowhere to improve, stuck on level 1. Seems like a different universe. SOIN found the Pendant of Energy. Not really that great. I mean, it gives the Shadowhunter now a crazy, crazy mana pool. Oh, almost getting... Oh, he got the Devour! Wow! The Kodo in the perfect spot! Was right next to the bear. Gets the instant Devour. It's kind of big. So it has enough gold to also go for an Expo. Moon, however, also has a lot of gold. If the Shadowhunter gets a mana potion, drops all the items on the ground, and then picks them up after using the mana pot, that mana pot would give him like 200 plus mana. Look how long it takes to creep this camp without a Blade Master. Kind of ridiculous. Another int tome, let's go. Shadowhunter with 37 int. That is a lot. Nighttime. Ultravision advantage. 39 int now in the Shadow. 685 mana pool. Oh, one Kodo though, getting caught in the back. That one's going to go down for sure. Speed Scroll didn't hit everything. Expo wasn't started yet. Was that blown up maybe by a sapper or something? Not sure. Oh yeah, it was! Yeah, we see it! There's a sapper up in the overlay. A sapper blew up the Orc expansion. Oh, Moon with tenacious play. Moon with fighting spirit. I think now with the Expo blown up, I think he's got the lead in this game. All of a sudden. Okay, but if the bears get eaten, then the game might again turn around. 2 Kodos with the Devour. But Kodo's also taking lots of damage right away. One's gonna go down. Blade Master crits looking a bit underwhelming. We pointed out earlier, his inventory really not that good. Seems like much of the series came down to the inventory. And it's GG! Moon with one hell of a comeback to stay alive in the tournament. It seemed like he was dead to rights. But the 5th race, the legend, finds a way.